On this edition of Fulton Law and Justice, the Fulton County Sheriff launches a new way for residents to help catch fugitives. Colonel Sean Jones joins us to explain how. High school students plead with state lawmakers to help keep kids out of trouble by making it harder to drop out of high school. And later, meet the junior generals who pledge to stay on the right path and urge their peers to do the same. I'm Douglas Bell, and Fulton Law and Justice starts right after the break. Stay with us. Welcome to Fulton Law and Justice, your inside look at the work of Fulton's justice partners. I'm Douglas Bell. We begin with how the sheriff and his team are trying to find Fulton's most wanted fugitives, and how they are using technology and hopefully the public to get them behind bars. Colonel Sean Jones from the Sheriff's Office joins us. Welcome back to Fulton Law and Justice, sir.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Colonel Jones, when you were here before about a year ago, you mentioned that as the new commander of the Law Enforcement Division, you plan to concentrate on people, processes, technology, and supervision. So the new Fulton County's Most Wanted Fugitives webpage fits right in. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we realize that technology helps us to be more efficient in terms of doing our job. At the same time, utilizing the World Wide Web, we have the opportunity to put our information in the hands of thousands of people 24/7, 365. And what we believe is that by doing so, this would enable us to do our job of apprehending fugitives more effectively and more efficiently in the county.
How will having the list of fugitives in the public arena assist investigators?
Well, almost nearly everyone has a cell phone. That means that they can go onto our webpage and hit on our Most Wanted tab and identify individuals who may be wanted. And they can share that information with not just people in the state of Georgia, but also in other states, and give us an opportunity to apprehend those individuals who may have committed crimes and their outstanding warrants in Fulton County.
How will these efforts enhance public safety?
It really is about community-oriented policing. The sheriff's office and the community, they are working together collectively to remove bad guys from the streets. This sends a strong message to those individuals who would be offenders. If you're going to commit crime in Fulton County, both the community and law enforcement will work to get you off the streets.
What would you say to members of the public who want to help you take these suspects off the streets?
Do not approach any of these individuals that are found on our website. We consider them to be armed and also dangerous. Call 911 to report that incident, or call Crime Stoppers Atlanta, 404-577-8477 TIPS.
How were these fugitives' profiles chosen?
We looked at the fugitives that had the most serious cases and individuals that have managed to avoid law enforcement detection for at least 30 days or more.
One of the more high-profile cases on the list would be that of fugitive Charles Pinckney, who was convicted of statutory rape, child molestation, and sexual battery. What can you share with our viewers about him?
Well, Charles Pinckney is considered to be armed and dangerous. Quite naturally, those are serious charges that he's been convicted of. He was sentenced to 45 years to serve. During this trial, he did not return to the trial on the last day, which was closing arguments, and he was not there on the day in which he was sentenced. He's been at large since that time. We suspect that there may be individuals helping him because he's been really underground, and we've been out searching for him to apprehend him. But again, if you see him, do not approach, dial 911 or call Crime Stoppers so that we can get this dangerous person into custody.
And your final thoughts?
Well, we're excited about the launch of our new web page. We're excited about the fact that we'll be able to get additional offenders off the street. We're asking that you share it with your people that you know, your family and friends, not just people in this state, but other states. I think the more information that we can get out about the fact that we have this Most Wanted web page, we can get information in from any location where an offender may be. And I think the message that we send to everyone is that we're seeking to make Fulton County a great place to live, work, and to visit.
Colonel Sean Jones, always good having you. Thank you for your time.
Thanks again for having me.
Again, here is how you can get a look at Fulton's fugitives. Go to fultonsheriff.org and click on the Fulton County's Most Wanted icon on the top of the home page. When we come back, lawmakers are courted by high schoolers to change the legal age to drop out. Stay with us. Welcome back. During this year's General Assembly, a group of high schoolers from all over Fulton County lobbied with lawmakers to, in their opinion, help save the lives of their peers.
While it may be expensive in the short term, we think that it will be very beneficial for the state in the long term.
The group, known as the Fulton County Youth Commissioners, passionately made their case to have the state increase the age that students can drop out of school.
I think this bill is important because not only are we affecting the students all around the state, but it allows us to take a stance and say that we as the Youth Commission care about the youth and that we care about the children and that no matter what, every kid has the potential to succeed.
Well, I want to be a lawyer, so being a youth commission, I thought it was going to help me learn about law, but I thought it was going to be something like, oh, we're going to teach you this, give you fake scenarios. I didn't know I was going to be in the state capitol speaking to senators.
Well, the Fulton County Youth Commission annually goes to the Capitol, and we lobby the support of our legislators for the pieces of legislation we would like to see passed, most of which is related to education. So a lot of our young people make calls. We actually pull legislators out of session to get their support.
Though lawmakers were impressed with the proposed legislation and the students, the Education Subcommittee in the Georgia House asked for them to keep working on the bill because they believe it is good for the state. The Youth Commissioners vow to take up the issue again in 2019. If you would like to learn more about the Fulton County Youth Commissioners program, contact Reginald Crossley. There are also a number of Fulton County's law enforcement and justice partners' youth programs designed to keep kids out of harm's way, and in some cases to get them interested in a legal or law enforcement career. That's the idea behind the Solicitor General's youth program. Here's Solicitor Keith Gamage with more in this edition of Restorative Justice.
Part of restoring families is educating our youth. Our office is excited to introduce the Junior General's Lead Initiative. It's a law-related youth crime prevention program. Chief Deputy Kenya Johnson joins us now to tell us more. Kenya?
Thanks, Solicitor Gamage. Joining us today is Lynn Armstrong, the Deputy Solicitor of Community Affairs in the Solicitor General's office. Welcome, Lynn, to the show.
Thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit about Junior General's Lead and how the program developed?
Yes, the Junior General's Lead program is a program where we're teaching fifth graders Criminal Justice 101. So these students are learning the law, they're learning about crime, they're learning about fire safety, they're learning about the court system. And the program originates out of Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office. The program has been very successful there for many years. The program is implemented across the country in progressive jurisdictions as well as abroad.
Lynn, this sounds like such a great and fun program. Can you tell us some of the activities that the Junior Generals experience?
We're teaching the students now in preparation of the mock trial. We're having many mock trials. So what that means is some of the students are taking on the role of lawyers. Some of them are prosecutors, some of them are defense attorneys. And so we had a mini mock trial and the students were presenting the case of State versus Fred Flower. Fred Flower was accused of having eaten the brownies that his mother baked. So once the presentation had concluded, the students then began to deliberate. Some of them became jurors and they deliberated and they found Fred Flower guilty. But what was awesome was that the students were really articulating well thought out answers and using some of the concepts and the language that they've learned throughout the session.
So it sounds like the program is targeted toward the age group. What age group does the program address, and what are some of the other activities that the students see?
Well, these are fifth graders, and we've invited and partnered with Atlanta Fire Rescue Station 9, and they came to the site. They brought the fire truck, and the students were able to learn about fire safety. They learned about arson and how the fire department investigates arson crimes. We've also had our partners from Atlanta Police Department come out and they taught the students how the police investigate cases, and they also told them the value of fingerprinting and how fingerprinting helps solve cases.
So Lynn, tell us, how are the kids responding to all these fun activities?
They're very excited, and we're very excited for the kids. It's an interactive program, and the kids are interacting, they're learning the concepts, and that's so exciting.
Well, how can people get more information about the program if they're interested for their own children?
Well, if you're interested in the Junior Generals program, please call the Solicitor General's office, and you will be directed to the Community Affairs Division.
Lynn, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Now, let's meet some of the Junior Generals from Lenora P. Miles Intermediate School in Atlanta. Welcome to the show. Naja, how do you like being a Junior General, and what has been the best activity so far?
Well, I like it because, well, it teaches you new things and it's very interactive because I met a lot of new people. And, wait, what was the last part?
And what has been the best activity so far?
The best activity is when we did the competition, like when you ring the bell and when you say a definition of the word and you get a point. So that's what I like the most.
Okay, and so Jamarcus, are you performing in the mock trial?
Yes, I am.
And what will you be?
Defense Attorney 3.
So did you pick that role?
Yes, and I picked the role because I like helping people, like not just like any people, but like my family, students at my school, and maybe even homeless people because I think they deserve their rights too.
Absolutely. Deanna, please tell us something that you learned from the program and the presenters and what surprised you most.
The thing that I learned in the program and that surprised me the most is that people go to jail for like half of their life.
And so what did that mean to you?
That meant that you did something that you weren't supposed to do, but if you don't go to jail for like more than that, you can just like think again and be like, I'm not gonna do that anymore. I'll do the right thing next time.
And Jamarcus, what does that mean to you to learn about criminal justice and the jail time that people get for doing and breaking the law?
Well, to me, that means that, okay, I'm just being real. Like, that means you really never should have done it because it's a boomerang. It's like a boomerang. So if you do something bad, then they're going to get you eventually.
Interesting, interesting. And so after being in the program, are any of you all interested in legal careers?
Me.
Yes.
Okay, what would you like to be, Naja?
Well, at first I wanted to be a basketball player, but if I can't be a basketball player, I would probably be president.
Great, president. And Jamarcus?
President, no joke.
You want to be president as well? And Deanna?
I would like to be a prosecutor.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, we hope to see you in a few years. We'll be hiring then, okay? So tell me, why is the Junior Generals Lead program so important to your school, Jamarcus?
It's important to our school because this is not a thing that you get all the time. Like, they take out of their time to come and teach us about the Junior General system. But it's very important because it teaches people how to stay out of trouble. And let's say your friends were talking about getting into trouble or something, and then you can help them not do that, and then you can help them accomplish their goals like going to college or getting a basketball scholarship, football scholarship, and things like that.
And that is true. Naja, tell us, what is the biggest lesson that you've learned from the Junior Generals League?
The biggest lesson I learned is that you shouldn't join a gang at all because if you join a gang, you're making your world and community worse than it is. So if you don't join a gang, you'll make it better and it'll benefit your citizens.
And Deanna, is there anything that really struck a chord with you that you've heard so far in the program?
One thing that I heard in the program that really like made me stand out and think is that this teaches us what happens in a court. If you go to a courtroom and like you get in trouble or stuff, like the witness, the prosecutor, the defense attorney will defend you, and it'll teach us what happens in real life situations.
Wow, so it sounds like you guys are learning life lessons that you can carry with you forever and that you can teach your friends.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for coming, guys. We wish you all a great school year and good luck in the upcoming mock trial, okay?
Thanks.
Now, let's return to Solicitor Gamage.
Thanks, Kenya. What a fantastic group of young scholars. From healing the past to guarding our future, the Office of Solicitor General is engaged in smart, fair, and restorative justice for Fulton's victims and our youth. To learn more about our programs and resources, we invite you to visit our website and Facebook page and to sign up to receive the Gamage Report with the latest news and events from our office. You can always reach us with questions at 404-612-4800. Thank you for joining us for this edition of Restorative Justice. Until next time, I'm Solicitor General Keith Gamage, and please be safe.
Thank you, Solicitor. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Fulton County Chief Magistrate and Court Administrator Cassandra Kirk, and it is my honor to serve you. Okay, let's face it. The involvement in a court proceeding of any kind can be a daunting task for most people. However, if you are like many magistrate court litigants who represent yourself, understanding our processes and being equipped with proper resources will make your experience less intimidating and confusing. As an experienced attorney, prosecutor, and now judge, I strongly believe that a knowledgeable litigant is a more confident litigant. And I also feel that it is partially the court's duty to ensure that those litigants have access to information and resources needed, which is why I'm excited to announce the launch of Fulton County Magistrate Court's new and improved website. This new site was designed with you, the user, in mind, and it will allow Magistrate Court to keep you updated, informed, and hopefully more confident should you become a litigant or if you will be representing a party. From 2-click search destinations and detailed informational videos to current court calendars and printable literature, visitors of all types will find this platform much more user-friendly. And as Chief Magistrate, this is just one way that I am working to make Fulton's Magistrate Court more innovative, efficient, and accessible. We are excited about this new accomplishment, and we look forward to further working on behalf of our constituents as we remain committed to providing effective and efficient service. So, go ahead, check us out online at the new and improved www.magistratefulton.org and get updated, get informed, get confident. Also remember, if you need the personal touch, here's how you can reach our office. I'm Chief Magistrate Cassandra Kirk, and this has been your Magistrate Minute.
Fulton County has committed itself to serving its residents in 6 priority areas. The strategic goal for Fulton's justice partners is making sure that all people are safe. On Fulton Law and Justice, we show you how Fulton's law enforcement and justice partners are doing that every day in how they serve and in the programs they provide to enhance the lives of all people, young and old. Well, we hope you've enjoyed this edition of Fulton Law and Justice. I'm Douglas Bell. We'll see you next time.